We're going to extend our discussion about working with percents by talking about percents of an increase or a decrease. So this is just an application. So a percent change is an increase or a decrease given as a percent of the original amount. Everything has to be compared to the original amount because that's the amount that you start with. It's hard to tell if something increased or decreased based on an ending amount. So a percentage of increase simply means that it has grown or gotten larger, and a percentage of decrease means that it has gotten smaller. So your percentage of change is equal to, and this is very easy, the amount of the change. How much did it change in dollars or points or whatever compared to the original amount, and we write that answer as a percent. So let's try some. Okay, so we're going to find the percentage change, and then we're going to tell if it was an increase or a decrease. And what we're going to do is we're going to tell if it's an increase or a decrease first. First of all, if it goes from 8 to 10, that is an increase. So two pieces of information that we need. How much did it increase? Well, from 8 to 10, it increased 2. And what was the original or the starting amount, which was 8? And then we're going to change that to a percent. We can reduce that to 1/4. We can change that to a decimal, which is 0.25. And then we can change it to a percent by moving the decimal point 2 places to the right, and that would be 25%. That's how easy this is. Okay? For this next one, it went from 75 to 30, so that is definitely a decrease. All right? It went down 45 points compared to 75, and then we're going to change that to a percent. I can go ahead and reduce this if I want, which makes it 3/5, or on my calculator I could have just gone 45 divided by 75. In both cases, that's going to give me a 0.6, which when I move the decimal over 2 places is going to be 60%. So that is a 60% decrease. All right? Now we're going to do same stuff but a little bit differently. We're going to find the result, find the answer when 12 is increased by 50%. There's actually two methods to do this. So one method would be to find out what is 50% of 12. So to find 50% of 12, I change the percent to a decimal, 0.50 times 12 is equal to 6. So since I want to know the result, I started with 12, I add 6 to it, that gives me a result of 18. So this is like a two-step process here. Okay, I find out what the percentage is of the number that I'm starting with, and in this case, since it was an increase, I add it to it. The second method deals with the percents. So I start with 100% of the number that I have. I'm going to increase it 50%, which means I'm going to have 150% of what I started with. Now I say 150%, change that to a decimal, 1.50. 150% of 12 equals what? You can do that on your calculator, and it is also 18. The answer is the same. Here, I work with the numbers first, finding the percent of the number, and then adding them together. Here, I add the percents together first, and then find what percentage that is. All right, we're going to do these using both of these methods, so I want you to pause the video each time, do the problem, and then let's see what we get. Okay, ready? So this one would be 60% of 55 is equal to 33. And since this is reduced, then I'm going to start with 55, subtract the 33, and that's going to leave me with 22 for my answer. All right, if I use the other method, I'm going to say 100% minus 60% means I'm going to be left with 40% of what I started with. So I will take 0.40 times 55, and I will also get 22 for the answer there. Okay, that's what you should have gotten. All right. Some common applications are going to be a discount or a markup. So a discount is the amount that it's reduced, that's taken off, all right? And a markup is the amount that we're going to add or increase it, okay? So they tell you discount is the percentage of the original price, and you take the original price minus the discount. So this is just another way of doing a percent decrease. A markup, you're going to find the percentage of the wholesale cost, which is the original price, the original cost, and then you're going to take the wholesale cost and add the markup. So if you buy something for $10 and you sell it for $15, that would be considered a markup. Okay? So here's another one. These are 90% of these are applications, so you need to just pause the video and do it. The entrance fee at an amusement park is $35. People over the age of 65 receive a 20% discount. And this actually asked me two questions. So they asked me, what is the amount of the discount? And then how much will people over 65 pay? So I would use method 1 on this. I would say 20%, so 0.20 or 0.2 times 35 equals what? Well, it's $7. So the amount of the discount is $7. How much will they pay? Well, it was $35. They get a $7 discount, which means they're going to pay $28. Okay? All right? Again, pause it, do it, then come back to it. A bike helmet costs $24. The wholesale cost was $15. What was the percentage of markup? So basically what it's asking me here is, what was the percentage of increase? Now, the trick here is figuring out which would be the original price. So a bike helmet costs $24. When you go into the store, that's the price tag. The wholesale cost, that means what did it cost the person to buy it in order to sell it, was $15. This would be your original. How much money did you make? How much did they mark it up? $9. So to find the percentage of markup or the percentage of increase, we put 9 over 15 is equal to, and again, you can either reduce that or whatever. Okay, 3 will go into both of them, and it's going to be 0.6. So that is a 60% markup. That's the profit that they make. And that's it.